Mandatory update. Nice.
Who drew on the wall?
That was there. It's actually just one of our sound pads fell off.
Oh, I see. Welcome to Mandatory Update Nights. I'm Elise Willems.
I'm Ian Hink.
Did you give the cards?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Michael Huber.
I'm Kyle Bossman.
Today we're going to talk about a few things. We're going to talk about Mad Max later in the show. Spoiler-free discussion.
Spoiler free.
But you got to eat your vegetables before you can have your ice cream. Am I right?
This is a good intro. I'm trying to do more stuff like that. haven't yet, but
Hang on.
talk about everything that's going to be on the show is a good way to start a show.
Can we pause for 1 second
Yeah.
so that I can point out that Kyle Bossman, Lord of Slow and Tight, just praised you for how you started
But
this
I
show.
was doing it pretty rigid.
I know,
That
this
is
is the
very
worst.
Oh,
okay,
God.
I see.
I'm
Right.
saying
I
this
see what
is a
you did.
bad
I see what
thing.
you did. I see
This
what
is
you
a bad
did.
thing.
Planning the show.
Yeah,
like,
this is bad.
Here's what's
If
coming
Kyle
up.
Bossman likes it, you're doing it poorly.
Do you know, viewers, when we do Mandatory Update Nights, I put together a little rundown.
She puts down a rundown.
I gather together links, videos, sources
This is
that
better than a GT time.
and I refuse
not-
to read
Yeah.
it.
no one reads it.
I refuse on principle.
I actually had a little to-do list the other day, and one of them was like make Mandatory Update Nights outline.
Plan.
And Ian took a pen and just crossed it off my
I was like,
to-do list.
We don't need to do that. No
Should we
plan.
talk about your neck, Elise?
Yeah,
my back.
Lisa's neck and
Your back.
back are just in horrible pain. That's
Yeah.
why we're doing a nights this week.
I think out of solidarity, we should all try to stand up as straight as Elise does.
Okay.
For
Thanks,
the
Kyle.
rest of this
Yeah.
episode.
It's not
I
gonna
like it.
work. I'm already
Yeah.
exhausted.
Yeah, I just look down. I
And
can't
my
look
feet
down. How do you
are
look
like
down?
not touching the
I
ground.
that's part of the problem. I can't
Yeah, look
I
down.
can't look down. I get so much pain right here.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no looking down.
What if
Okay.
we injure ourselves trying to emulate Elise?
Then solidarity. We should.
Solidarity.
We ought to endure
Sympathy
ourselves.
pains.
Yeah.
It's all about the.
What does it even matter? Because
This is
mobile
driving me
gaming is going to
crazy.
kill traditional games as we know it anyway. That's the first topic.
Yeah, that was
That's
a
the
good
first
transition.
topic.
Yeah,
That's the
absolutely.
first topic. It's like you're a child and like you're fussing during an assembly, and I need to like.
Assembly?
You guys didn't have like assemblies?
I had
Yes,
assemblies.
I had assemblies.
Did we call them that?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
I guess
An
we did
assembly
too.
meeting.
There's assembly and
Assembly.
cafeteria.
Yeah, we had
Yeah.
assemblies.
Can I talk about an assembly? Because this is a Fast and Loose show.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Woo!
At my elementary school, we had. I am a mighty Super Zero. We had a character called Super Zero, who was like a superhero who just had the number zero.
Did you play Super Zero?
No, is that a game?
No, I mean, did you play the character of
No,
Super Zero?
it was a teacher that none of us ever knew. It was a secret identity.
Oh.
So during like lunch or during an assembly, this person would come in and say, "I'm a mighty Super Zero, a mighty zero number one," something.
Zero number.
When you
one.
add me to the number one, it's still a number one. Something like that.
So this is like
I'm just remembering this
I
now.
am
This
point-
is so
Whoa.
weird. Yeah.
this is incredible to me.
And so the whole thing
Why?
was, I have no idia. I have no idea.
Was it to teach you about the number
It
zero?
was to teach us about the number zero, but what school would do that?
Yeah,
And do
why
it
is
so
zero?
repetitively.
Yeah, it did it over and over
To
again.
hammer that point home.
Zero's not that important. I mean, it is,
Insane.
but
If anyone watching or listening knows about the Zero Hero,
Yeah.
please tell us.
zip your hoodie up slightly so that your mic is actually pointing at your mouth.
Okay. All right, sorry. So that's what an assembly is like.
It's bizarre.
That's incredible.
Yeah, gosh, I wish I knew the identity of Zero Hero now.
You never found out.
Never found out.
Now I'm trying to think if I had any like secret identity stories from when I was a kid.
Save
I don't
it.
think so.
Save it.
I feel like I
According
missed
to
out.
Konami, their future lies in
Oh,
mobile
God.
game development.
The fast and rigid, or the slowness and the rigidness.
We're about 10 minutes in at this point, right? It's time to talk about video games.
Konami claims they will
like 3
pursue
minutes.
mobile games aggressively. This is their new stance. They're done with console. Well, they're not done with console games. They say that they're still gonna like.
Konami did this?
Yeah.
I'm in denial.
I thought they
don't
were
even
all
wanna
about
think
slot
about it.
machines.
So I think it is worth reading that one part because this is the part that scares me the most. You should read the direct
Read
quote.
the direct
We
quote.
will pursue mobile games aggressively. Our main platform will be mobiles, following the pay-as-you-play model of games like Power Pro and Winning 11. With additional content, our games must move from selling things like items to selling things like features.
Features.
And they're thinking about how to push their existing franchises onto mobile as well.
Right. So when they say we're going to keep making Metal Gear games, we're keep making Silent Hill games,
It's gonna be on mobile.
they're thinking about mobile. Yeah.
It's gonna
And,
be like
like-
weird card games and like weird.
Because like they are big into casino games, like pachinko games and stuff. But do
Yeah.
you guys know what Power Pro and Winning 11 are?
I've
Winning
never heard
11
of
is
it.
soccer. So PES is also Winning 11. Winning
Oh,
11
I
is the
see.
Japanese name for PES.
I looked at Power Pro and I was like, my God.
What's Power Pro?
It's like a baseball, like it looks almost like Mii's, or yeah, Mii's
So they're gonna
playing
make
baseball.
mobile
Oh, okay,
sports
yeah.
games?
I don't even know. That's,
How the mighty have fallen.
it's just,
Good lord.
it's the kind of thing where like everyone's always talking about how like mobile gaming is going to be the demise of traditional gaming as we know it, and then you think, well, no, can't they exist in separate realms and both be successful? And like,
Konami says no.
well, it's funny because there were two different articles I saw on this subject, both on Forbes, and one is by Ollie Barter, who I've never heard of, and his stance was kind of that this is not the end of gaming. Like he specifically spoke to the Nintendo DNA partnership and was kind of like, don't worry about Nintendo. And we'll get into this, but like this is why you shouldn't. Whereas Paul Tassi, I don't know if you guys know him, he does Unreality Mag.
No, I don't even know what Unreality Mag is.
Well,
Sounds good though.
He used to do that site. I don't know if he still does, but
What
he
is
writes
it?
for.
What's that site?
Can I tell a quick
It's
story?
like a link aggregate kind of thing.
Will you allow me to tell a quick story?
Yes, I'll allow it.
Okay. Since that's what this Fast and Loose podcast has devolved into. Back when I was living in Chicago, there's this string of churches with a name that I love because it has a comma in it. So it's Church of Jesus Christ, comma, Scientist. And there are like several of them. The one downtown is Second Church, I think it's the second, might be the first, but Second Church of Jesus Christ, comma, Scientist.
Like he's a scientist. That's
Yeah,
his title.
yeah. But it's like, yeah. But then there was one in like Lakeview or wherever, like just the middle of a neighborhood. It was like the Seventh Church of Jesus Christ, comma, Scientist. And then on the billboard, you know, the little like bulletin board outside, which usually says like, join us for worship on like 9 a.m. on Sundays or whatever. It just said Unreality. That's
Whoa.
all it said. Just Unreality. I was like,
I gotta go to that church.
yeah, I was like, I don't know, you guys might be. All right.
Language.
All right, Seventh Church of Jesus Christ Scientist. Like I have no idea what their deal is, but
You
I
should
like
call in.
I like that they have a comma and put shit on their bulletin board that's just like Unreality. I'm like, whoa, getting deep. Anyway,
But how do you feel about mobile gaming?
I like the ones that I like, and I don't like the ones that I don't like.
What are the ones you like?
Wow.
Hearthstone.
Very specific there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I like the ones that don't force you to pay. Like, yeah, paying for features is still like that game
one here.
Quell that I was playing during GT time. The,
The
other
ice
day.
puzzle game.
Yeah, it's a really cool game, but then it has a few things like features that are unnecessary, but features nonetheless. Like there's a jewel hidden on every single level that you don't have to find. I'm sure it does something and unlocks something if you find them all, but you find them by hitting the right or sometimes the wrong block on the wall, and it cracks. And then if you hit it a couple more times, wasting your move, so you're not going to get it perfect if you get the gem usually. Then you get this jewel, but they sell for $2.99 a jewel detector.
Oh.
So it'll tell you which block has the jewel in it.
But what's the point
So
of
it's
the
not-
game?
Well, the point of the game is solving the puzzles. The jewels have nothing to do with it.
I
It's
know,
like a side
but
thing.
but you take the entire purpose of finding the jewel out if you can just simply detect it.
Finding the jewel is ancillary.
Yes.
The puzzle, you have to get these little circles. I don't know what they are. Little baubles or whatever.
What
and
do you
then
get from the jewels?
I know, but
The next level.
So you're saying if Konami
that's
switches
weird.
only to that, you're like, oh, no, that's fine.
No, I'm saying that I don't like that.
Oh.
Like, I like, my point is, I otherwise like this game because it's
Yeah.
a very thoughtful puzzle game with very relaxing, kind of soothing, but still challenging puzzle mechanics. And then the fact that they have these sleazy, like, buy this feature, like, functionality in the game bothers me.
I think
But the game is free at first, so you pay to, like, remove ads, or
Yeah.
pay to get the jewel detector, or pay to get, like, a rewind feature.
I think one of the like biggest criticisms of mobile gaming is that like there are a lot of really amazing games. Monument Valley is such a good game. I know we've talked about it before.
Yeah.
But there are so many games just flooding the App Store. Anybody can kind of make a simple like rip-off game, even like
Yeah.
like Flappy Birds
And it's
are
not really
complete,
policed.
you know. it's not policed. There's tons of just plagiarism and like really insignificant games that are going out there and flooding the market, whereas that doesn't necessarily happen in like console PC gaming. I mean, you see mods and stuff, but you don't.
I don't think mobile gaming will ever fully take over video games. That's a pipe dream
Yeah.
by some Konami money-grubbing psychopath who is clearly a gambler at heart, like loving slot machines. He sees them as low investment, low risk, higher return possibly. And like, you have more chances with them, I feel like. You could make like 10 mobile games for a fraction of the cost. Just like throwing darts at a dartboard, hope it sticks. All right, we made one really good mobile game that is just blowing up, making us millions of dollars.
You make me.
So you can just keep making those.
You make me think of something too. Like, I feel like gambling, like slot games and pachinko and all that kind of stuff, they're similar to mobile games in that they don't really respect the user. They're literally a trick to get you to spend money. Like the true, like, free to play games where it's just like pay to speed up this meter because like we designed a game that's boring unless you pay to speed it up, and you don't pay once, you pay over and over again to keep speeding it up. That's a slot machine. It's just you pour money into it, except there's no chance of winning anything back. You're just winning the ability to actually play a game. But like, so it's kind of a weird, scary model where it's like, yeah, they definitely just want to gouge you and trick you.
So I have complicated feelings about it because if I'm the CEO of Konami and I'm making way more money on this stuff and I just spent so much money on Castlevania Lords of Shadow 2, and to me, I just like, that was a good game, right? We put it out on lots of consoles. Why didn't we make more money on that?
Right.
They're making so much money on this stuff, and then it's so hard to make money on console games now. I understand every decision they're making. I'm like, yes, financially, you're probably right.
I think
that's what's confusing. That's what's really tough for me to deal with.
I think the thing that people are taking contention with is they didn't say, we think mobile games are the future of like profit. They said the future of gaming.
Yeah.
Which makes me, it's like.
That's effed.
It's disturbing.
Like, who makes Candy Crush?
Oh,
King.com?
King.com, right?
Whatever. King is like, they just reported their earnings and they're taking a dive.
Everybody's taking
They're
a
not
dive.
negative. They're just not
I feel like
growing.
the
and they're
mobile
just
Like
Like
Zynga's
burst.
going down. Like it needs to change or it will die.
Well,
like,
you have
it
to
needs
think.
to grow.
We could think that maybe mobile gaming isn't destructive, but it already Konami's decision to pursue it already destroyed,
Well, and
our
like
hopes for a great Silent Hill game.
there's
Yeah.
ways to transition your company with grace and openness and honesty, and then there's ways to just be a total psychopath
And I think-
like turn the power off on your
Yeah,
employees
what?
Yeah.
and like try to make everyone quit because there are weird laws that you can't fire people and like not tell anyone what's happening and like take Kojima's name off of everything. It's psychotic.
I think Nintendo is doing it gracefully, and I wasn't sure at first. I was concerned about what Nintendo's doing, but then I read this Forbes article that was actually really insightful about it, and I didn't know that Nintendo basically has like the executive say in this agreement. DNA is far more invested in their mobile partnership than Nintendo is. Like if things kind of go wrong, Nintendo can sort of pull out relatively unscathed, which I didn't realize at first.
Cool. So Nintendo's the boss of that relationship.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I mean,
And,
wasn't it a couple years ago that Nintendo said that they like basically have enough money in the bank to just like
last for
float
50
for like
years.
20 years or something? Yeah, like a million
Yeah.
years.
And
That's so interesting to me that a company can just be like, yeah. And I mean, that's because they pretty much make sure that they make money on everything they do.
yeah.
Whether or not you think that Nintendo is silly when they do things, but like they definitely make a console that they don't lose money on every unit.
I think
you know?
they're just not transparent, and sometimes we interpret that as
Well, they have
what
very-
are they doing?
They have very traditional leadership too. I think it's kind of like a very Japanese like not conglomerate, but committee of men in suits, like, and they all have to agree, and then
Oh, yeah.
maybe their finger isn't on exactly the pulse. I
Right.
don't
They
know.
think Mario Maker is going to be a big deal.
Right.
It's my favorite thing you say. Ian.
Telling you guys will
Finger
be
on
at
the pulse.
Finger on the
E3.
pulse.
Finger on the
It's my favorite Ian Hink.
You'll be at E3. I'll be at Best Buy making my levels.
Last night as I was trying to go to sleep, I was thinking about Mad Max, And I just went like this, and I was just like, and my heart was beating. I was like, yeah, that's about right. Like,
I
it
couldn't
was
fall
fast.
asleep.
I know, I was just like jazzed on it. Oh my god.
Back to your point of the traditional leadership, though, I was reading about the theme parks, like Nintendo introducing characters to Universal theme parks.
Yeah.
And read that this is something that's like kind of not a long time coming, but I think 2011 they first started discussing it. And
Reggie mentioned it a long time ago, yeah.
I didn't know that, but Iwata like went to like study like the Harry Potter theme park, and essentially like what?
That gets me too excited.
Yeah.
I was gonna
seriously.
say,
You're
do you
freaking
not
me
like
out.
the
I
Harry
love
Potter?
this.
Oh god.
I want to
That
go to
makes me too
Luigi's
excited.
Mansion.
Wait, have you been there?
I want to see Bowser.
I've been there. It's
I
good.
so want to go.
Yeah.
Forced
Bowser's
perspective.
Castle.
Bowser's
I haven't
Castle,
even really thought
Luigi's
this
Mansion,
through.
dude.
Luigi's
I would
Mansion?
die. I would
like Haunted
die.
Mansion style?
Oh.
That'd be
But
The
rad.
idea
Yeah.
of Iwata like wandering around with a big hat on and a mustache, like observing
yeah.
everything and just
Taking notes.
getting
Well-
some butterbeer. Oh man.
Apparently, like
Waiting
he
in
looked
line for 3
closely at the
hours.
development of the Harry Potter world, and then went back and like talked to like Miyamoto and was like, "I've looked at this. I think we should like introduce the characters into a model like this." And I thought that was great. Like,
That's
'cause
rad.
I didn't even think of it in terms of Harry Potter.
Yeah.
You know?
You know what they need to do though is let that team of theme park designers
Yeah.
take as many liberties as they want.
Yep.
They need to not be like, no new characters, don't elaborate on anything. It has to look like this is what they do.
But here's the thing though, they wouldn't need I don't know if you'd want new characters in a theme park
Sorry,
setting.
yeah, that was a bad example.
But
But,
like,
if
they
you're-
have to trust them, because these theme park people, like Disney especially, but Universal is getting better at it, especially with the Harry Potter thing. I know this because I've been there a lot of times, but like the Harry Potter world, they really did a really good job of the feel. Like it feels like you're on Diagon Alley or Hogsmeade or whatever the hell that town is called. Like
It's Diagon Alley.
Diagon Alley is where they shop for stuff. What's the
Yeah.
town where they like sneak out and get the
know.
butterbeer? I think it's Hogsmeade.
Hogsmeade.
Yeah. But it feels like that, and like they have forced perspective, so you can see Hogwarts up in the distance, you know, and that's the ride.
They just built a Simpsons world. They built Springfield.
Dude, that's out here, isn't it?
Yeah.
I haven't been to that one
Huber,
yet.
you're like a big Universal guy, right?
I haven't been to Simpsons World. The Simpsons ride, though, that replaced Back to the Future,
Yeah.
insane.
I miss Back to the Future though.
I miss Back to the Future, but the Simpsons ride
It's got a lot of
is
story. It's got a
really good
story.
lore, really
Yeah.
good, faithful
got a really
to
good
the Simpsons.
story.
Yeah, you go through, you're like, you get a little 10-minute Simpsons animated episode style, and then when you get on the ride, it's like part of the show kind of thing.
Yeah, it sets
It
up
is
in the line.
ridiculous.
I'm a nut.
Sideshow
sorry.
Bob
Oh, no, I was
villain.
going to ask you, would you be content with just like a few like select Nintendo themed rides, or would you?
Well, like a little
Would
town,
you
like
expect them-
Toontown.
We want that world.
Yeah, you
Yeah,
want that
I want that
world.
world.
I want it to be a world.
It'd be hard. What would you do? You would do like the Mushroom Kingdom and like weird pipes everywhere,
That's
and
what
then like
sucks is-
Bowser's Castle and Peach's Castle.
It's gonna be
Luigi's
those
Mansion.
pipes.
It all feels so disjointed.
So the reason why I said those nasty things about just letting them do what they want to do, I'm very scared it's going to be the new Super Mario Brothers aesthetic, and it's going to stick to this aesthetic.
yeah.
Like basically, they can't do that. Don't do that. Because
mean,
like, there's going to be like,
I don't know, man.
ba, you know,
They're
those
big on
ba-ba
cats.
sounds?
They're big
Yeah.
on cats.
God, I hate
3D
the
worlds.
ba-ba sound.
Yeah. That's what I'm
That's
most
the thing.
terrified of.
Nintendo Land's gonna be awful.
Yeah. We should
But
we should not
they're
get
gonna-
excited. We should.
They're gonna make a
excited.
rad. I don't know. When I was a kid, they were called Kid Sport, and then I think they were called Discovery Zone, maybe.
I've been
Discovery
doing Discovery
Zone.
Those
Zone.
places where they have the pipes and you just crawl around for days.
Absolutely.
Disease
Never got a
depository.
disease. Never got that.
Yeah. But dude, that's a no-brainer for
Yeah.
a Mario-themed like pipe jumble. Kids crawling around in these pipes. Oh
I want to
man.
be sucked through a pipe.
Yeah.
I want a suction system
Yeah, it'll
pulling me
make
through the
noises.
pipes.
Oh, okay.
I'm not moving my own
Sucks
body
you in.
at this
Yeah.
theme park.
We just walk
Let me
in
tell you.
with our very good posture. And we're just like, take me through tubes.
Except for sometimes a weird nasty plant comes out of it.
Yeah.
Dude, what if?
And you
what
punch
if,
it. I just want to punch stuff.
What if out of nowhere they went whole hog Super Mario Brothers the movie aesthetic, and there's just like gross slimy fungus on
weird.
everything.
The Goombas
And a
are
weird
just
little
disgusting.
bob-omb, yeah.
And they
I'd
like
prefer it.
literally hire John Leguizamo to be there and just be like, trust the fungus, Mario.
It would at least be a vision. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? It
Just
would
take
at least
my
have
money.
it-
I'd
have
go
the
to that
fun.
I'd
world
go to that in 100.
Yeah.
John Leguizamo's there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He has to work at the theme park every day for
Every
12
day.
hours a day.
Every day. John
And he
Leguizamo.
freaking loves it. He gives it his
Yeah,
all.
he loves it.
Yeah, he
He's
gives
like,
it his
I
all.
never realized that this is what I was missing.
This is live theater, and he's like, he really gets into the character.
And then we
yeah.
get closure for the John Leguizamo kind of life story, you know? Because
Yeah,
we've
what
all
happened?
been worried about John Leguizamo.
Yeah, he kind of just.
Yeah, man, he was-
After Moulin Rouge,
Wick,
I'm like, what
he
happened
was
to
in
him?
John Wick.
He
For
was
like
in John
10
Wick.
seconds.
Yeah.
he was
Also,
in
John
something
Wick
else.
rules.
Oh, he was in a movie with what's his name? He directed the first Iron Man.
Favreau.
John Favreau.
John Favreau and him were in
Oh,
Chef,
Chef.
together
Yeah.
recently.
And I feel like he's doing like Brooklyn Shakespeare every day.
He pumps out a comedy
Dude.
special once a year.
He does?
Yeah,
Guy
just
works
to let us
hard.
know he's still
living the dream.
kicking.
John
John
Sorry.
Leguizamo.
Yeah,
I always liked him. I hope he's not like a creepazoid in real life or something.
I think he's an open creepazoid.
He's a creepazoid?
Yeah, he's like a total weirdo.
He's-
You know,
he
he
is-
hops
no,
on
no,
Conan and he's just like
I'm
a
fine
total.
with I'm fine with that.
Okay.
I'm talking like actual creepazoid.
He's the
like,
freak.
Like no.
The
But I'm
pest.
talking like I hope he doesn't like
pest.
hit
The pest.
women or
The
something like
pest.
that. Like I hope there's no like shady dealings
I
happening.
think the creepazoid made me
Yeah.
think of freakazoid.
Freakazoid.
Made me think of
What was that
freak.
one with Static? Was that Freakazoid?
No,
Where
it's
it, like,
superhero static shock.
Static Shock.
Yeah.
It's
What
Zero,
was
Hero,
Freakazoid's power?
1.
Freakazoid was just
was
like
just a weirdo.
He was an animaniac.
He would
basically.
run around like this,
He's
flying.
weird.
And
And he could just do whatever he wanted to?
Yeah.
Yeah, I appreciated its absurdity as a child because I like that kind of thing.
Freakazoid. What was I going to say? I was going to say something. a second.
Favorite Freakazoid joke? No way. There is no way I'm getting into that dress. And then a little circular wipe, and he's not in a dress. I'm like, whoa. They've watched TV. They're making
They
fun
understand.
of TV. Yeah.
Whoa. Because you expect it.
Yeah.
They flip those expectations.
Yeah.
really cool.
So I don't know what Nintendo's up to.
They're flipping expectations. Is
They're
what
flipping
they're doing.
expectations.
Something that I wanted
Oh,
to say earlier.
no, what I was going to say. Sorry. We both just remembered what we wanted to say at the same time.
What was yours? What is yours about?
Mine's real quick.
You should flip a coin to see who gets to do theirs.
Because I
paper,
feel
scissors.
like
Rock, paper,
Rock,
scissors.
scissors.
Rock, paper,
Rock, paper,
scissors.
scissors.
Here's the thing,
We're
I
not
feel
letting
like
you
rock,
talk.
paper, scissors.
Rock, paper, scissors.
I feel like everything she says leads into something else.
Whoa,
Wait, when are we
whoa.
going?
1, 2, 3, go.
1, 2, 3, go.
Real quick.
Hold on. Before we do that, when did 1, 2, 3, go start?
Because that was what she said.
You've been 1, 2, go forever.
1, 2, 3, go is the correct way.
I know, but Huber
It's
goes
the
1, 2,
correct
go.
I do rock, paper,
Wait.
scissors.
Oh my gosh.
1, 2,
okay.
go.
It's 1, 2, 3, shoot.
Yeah.
Rock,
1,
paper,
2,
scissors,
3.
shoot.
They were just throwing a bunch, and we needed an extra
Rock,
throw.
Paper, scissors.
Yeah, you're right.
There was a lot of throws
Yeah.
there. It threw me
That's
off.
weird. The
You know-
Japanese way to do it is on 3.
That's weird.
Yeah.
Rock,
Drive it
paper,
on the
scissors.
left.
Yeah.
But Japan,
Bikes everywhere.
Japan does things different. They have a huge mobile gaming.
Hang on, I just want to point out that I have
Subculture.
not yet
Yeah,
gotten
yeah.
to say the
Ian
thing I
did win
won
rock,
the
paper,
right to
scissors.
say.
He
Go
did
on,
win.
go ahead.
Yeah.
Lines. Important thing in theme parks
Lines.
are like making the line
Fun.
fit
Yeah.
the story. Like you get the preamble. Like the
Like Simpsons Ride.
Simpsons Ride is
Indiana
good at that.
Jones is good.
Indiana
Good line
Jones is
ride.
good.
No.
Disney nails it.
No.
Disney
Yeah.
nails it.
Absolutely
Dude, the
not.
line is the best part
No
of the Indiana Jones
way.
ride.
One of the
Stand-
bamboos is made out of rubber. That's
Stand-
awesome.
Dude, first of all, that thing never works. Ever.
The Mummy does a good job at it.
The like spike thing never works. Then you're sitting in this like 5-inch claustrophobic tunnel for like 45
That's what a cave is,
minutes.
man. That's
you go
rude.
through, you watch that same stupid black and white documentary that we've seen 100 times.
I've only seen it once.
Indy, let's go to the temple. We must find Indy. It's Bala or whatever. Terrible. Sala. Terrible
Anyway,
line. Worst
like,
line I've ever been in.
Space
in my
Mountain's
life.
good. The Himalayas one, the Mount Everest in Animal Kingdom in Florida, so good.
Yeah.
It's like you learn history of the Yeti and like exhibitions and stuff. I love it. I'm a sucker for like line continuity, context.
Yeah, so Nintendo needs to be able to do that and
Yeah.
not just like, hello, thank you for waiting in line.
Like Luigi's Mansion,
Yeah.
the line is going through the mansion.
Yeah.
And then you like come up into something.
All right,
Like
as,
a haunted mansion.
as loser of rock, paper, scissors, you may not
Now you
go.
may change the
Thank
subject
you.
to stupid other shit.
I mean, I just kind of wanted to give my final thoughts on mobile gaming, which is that if more companies pursue mobile gaming in the interest of making the kind of games that they're usually making, like Konami, Silent Hills, dropping that, it is definitely a bad thing. But if more companies are like Nintendo, where they're just investing a branch and essentially finances into it, and it's not affecting their other activities, go for it.
If a company makes a point of like A-bombing their entire company to go mobile,
focus, it's
that's
bad.
not fun.
And hopefully that's not a trend that more companies in the industry
I don't
follow.
think they will.
Nintendo, and now it makes me think more about the NX, because they also revealed this week that the NX will not, we talked about this because it's not supposed to replace the Wii U
Or the
phone.
3DS.
or the 3DS. They're
It's a
supposed to.
phone.
You think it's a phone?
No, I don't really think anything about it.
It's VR.
Well, we talked about this because
If it's VR, I'll be
you said that
annoyed.
they made that statement before.
Back with the DS, when the DS was first revealed and it's this ridiculous, stupid, clunky two-screen thing, they said, okay, hold on, this is our third pillar. It's not replacing the Game Boy Advance, not replacing the GameCube, it's its own thing.
Right, and then it totally replaced the Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably what NX is. It's just like they're like, oh, it's not replacing the Wii U, don't worry about it. And then when it does well, they'll just, Wii U's gone, sorry everybody.
Because there's the rumor that it's going to be some kind of like cross-platform thing where you can take your mobile device and then you can play on the go, and then you come home and then you play with you connect it to your console.
Sort of like what everyone hoped the Wii U was.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they first saw it.
That
you're
one
right.
dude playing on the train.
Yeah.
And did Nintendo,
Or like how the Vita
Refute
is supposed
that?
to do with the PS4.
did they refute that that's not what it will be?
They have said the NX will be a committed gaming console.
But we don't know if it's a home console or a handheld console.
Right.
Thing is, if they're appealing to their Japanese market, which is super into handheld,
Yeah.
then having something that they can transition from on the go to home console would be like a no-brainer.
Yeah,
In Japan.
that's true.
Um,
It'll be like an Ouya or something where you can like host your mobile games or something.
if it had some kind
Ew.
of like Vita thing where you could
Yeah.
essentially be.
Where like it'll be remote play. Like if you have your handheld, you don't have cartridges or anything. It'll just be remote play.
Because I guess they kind of tried to get players into that thinking with, oh, you can play games on your Wii U.
In the bathroom.
Or take your,
Yeah.
gamepad and do
In the
it.
bathroom? Is that what you said?
Isn't that the whole point of the Wii U pad? That's
playing on the
literally what
toilet?
everyone has ever said to me. This isn't what I don't have a Wii U, but like literally everyone who has a Wii U is like, I can play this on the toilet.
I've done a lot of Mario 64 toilet time.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
Not
You know,
an
you're
image I want to see, Austin. Come on now.
You're gonna get distended anal
Good
cushions if you spend too
God.
much time sitting on the toilet.
I'm sorry, what?
Distended anal cushions.
What is that?
Like your O-ring, your sphincter, it will like
Okay.
I don't
Flop out,
I can't remember the
basically?
word, but yeah,
Distend?
distend. Distended anal cushions. Do not spend too much time on the toilet. Reading on the toilet is bad for you.
I sent you that text
Playing
this morning.
games, texting me on the toilet is not healthy for you.
Do you want to know what
not
is
know
really
this.
healthy
Yeah, it's
for
like
you?
hemorrhoids or whatever.
Always.
I'll tell you in a
I'm
minute.
doomed. I'm so doomed.
Yeah, stop sitting on the toilet longer than you have to. Shit and get off the pot, literally.
Oh, man.
Do you want to
And
know
then
what
go play
is
the-
good for you?
What?
The Squatty Potty.
What's that?
I gotta get a squatty
Fixes
potty.
everything. It was on Shark Tank. It's legendary.
Do you have a squatty
My
potty?
parents bought one. You put it in front of the toilet and you do this. You put your feet up here when you're on the toilet. And
Fixes
I swear,
everything?
So it puts
scientifically
you-
proven to fix any problem on the back. Like something about the way your body goes
Well, that's
and
how
everything
human
goes
beings
through.
are supposed to.
I already perch
Yeah.
on the
The
toilet.
The squatty potty
Yeah.
like
So-
this. When you're on the toilet, I'm not even joking.
I mean,
I'll
it's
buy
like
one.
it's
Think
like
you would
Real
hold my
quick.
back?
$20.
Why
It's
be
like
too
if
proud?
you go to China
$20.
or Japan, they just have a hole in the ground.
Yeah, it's
like,
pull onto
it's
a pole.
toilet seat or whatever, but like you just squat over it.
If you go to China or Japan, they just have holes in the...
Yeah.
And you just play your 3DS.
Certain bathrooms. I mean, a lot of them have the modern, like, really high-tech toilets, but some of the bathrooms are just like, it's not just, it sounds oversimplified. It's not just like a nasty hole in the ground.
It's like a urinal.
It's like an
on the ground
actual,
or
yeah,
toilet
it's like a
on it.
toilet.
Luis always
Entity.
admirably trying to get this back on track.
No, but it's better for you.
Squatty potty.
Yeah.
Squatty potty, I've never heard of this.
Do it, I swear.
It is my sacred duty to keep this show fast and loose.
We're talking about squatty potty.
I will not allow this show to become GT time.
I'm a little scared, honestly, that as Huber says, compromised. If the NX is just something that's like it'll also be portable, I don't know why you want that so bad.
Yeah.
Basically, I want games to be as good as they possibly can be.
We need Ben Moore for this conversation because Ben Moore is an advocate of handheld games. But for me personally, I'm never on the go. I'm never gaming on the go ever.
Yeah,
I'm
we
at
don't-
work or I'm out with friends
Right.
or I'm in my house.
We don't live
and
in
when
a
I'm in my
city-
house, I'm playing video games.
We don't live in a city with trains.
We're not-
When I
So
lived in San Francisco and I was on the bus,
Yeah.
sometimes I would play my 3DS, but usually I would just be browsing the internet because that's
Yeah.
when I would get that stuff done. But I'm just never gaming on the go, and controversial statement, like handheld games are usually compromised.
Aside from the
That's how I feel.
Castlevania handheld games, like they're not usually something to write home about.
I was playing Tropical Freeze
For
the other
me.
night on your recommendation, and I thought, Jesus,
yes.
like Nintendo never stopped making games
Yeah.
for consoles that I can play on my television.
Yeah. So yeah, exactly. It would hurt for this to be like, and you can also take it on the go. And it's like, we know you're not making the best possible console you can now.
Yeah.
Plus, my arms
Like
get tired.
Zelda, A Link Between Worlds, 10 out of 10.
when
But
you're
Oh, yeah.
Super
Yeah.
Mario 3D Land, 10 out of 10. But can you imagine Zelda on Wii U? It's
I can't even imagine it right now. I don't have a vision
not
of what
gonna
that game
happen.
is.
Yeah.
It's
The
so
problem-
far out
It's
of
going
my
to be
mind.
Nintendo on the
problem-
NX.
the
It's
problem
going
I
to be Zelda
have
on the NX.
the problem I have with the problem I have with mobile gaming, like console or handheld, is like it's a choice between either your neck hurting or your arms getting super tired. Because you have to either hold it up here so your neck doesn't get tired, or you look down for
You
an hour.
rotate. It's all about the rotate.
And then it's
or
just like
when you're in
yeah,
bed.
and then you have to go
Oh,
like
when you're
yeah.
in bed, you put your legs up and then you rest it on like the comforter. You're just like,
I've fallen
comforter,
asleep
yeah.
and dropped my 3DS on my face.
yeah.
Whoa.
I saw an article, one of those like clickbait stupid articles where it's like, you won't believe how lazy these people are, and it had a guy laying on his couch with a glass, like one of those half like cantilevered tables that can go over your couch, you know, so it only has legs on the one side so that it can actually
Yeah,
go
like
over.
a hospital bed.
But it was glass, and he had his phone on it, so it was just sitting above him, and he could look at it without. And I assume he had the thing where your eyes could make it scroll. And I'm like, that's not lazy, that's genius.
Well, I saw a picture of someone lying under a glass coffee table like that.
Yeah,
with their
exactly.
phone.
Yeah, and I'm like, that's amazing. That's a great idea.
There are phones that can watch your eyes and scroll
Yeah.
through your
Yeah,
eyes.
my phone, like, if you look at the bottom, it'll scroll.
That's really weird.
back to like mobile and handhelds. My favorite mobile games are like Half Brick Studios. They do like Jetpack Joyride, Monster Dash, really quick,
Digestible.
really like 5 minutes at a time. Those are my favorite kind of handheld or mobile games. Ones that are just like quick. I am on the go. I don't want to get invested in some 70-hour
Yeah.
JRPG on my 3DS. I want to do that in the comfort of my home. A glass of water next to me, the window open, breeze and sunshine coming through. Like, that is how I want to play a JRPG, just massive scale, not some compromised, like, playing a console game on your 3DS. That is not what I want to do. I want to play a
Persona
handheld
4.
style game.
How's the handheld stopping you from your glass of water and your breeze and sunshine?
If I'm, like, on the go,
You don't have to be
could
on the go.
sit
You
in
can
a
sit-
park
then why
with a bottle of water.
why would I sit in my home playing a handheld when I could sit in my home, like, my console is there?
Right, that's what I'm saying. If
It
you're in
is
the
there.
park and you're being weird and you don't want to look at the outside,
It's just
you can
I don't
play your
like. I
RPG
want
for
handheld
70 hours
games
in
to
a
be
park.
handheld games. I do not want them to be smaller console style games.
I get you. Absolutely, I'll get you.
That's the problem with
I'm
Hearthstone. Is like you're
it's-
in for 10 minutes no matter what.
I'm doing Majora's Mask right now, and it's like, this is not a good handheld game.
No, you gotta settle in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like a torch,
To
settling
me-
torch.
It's just so interesting how these companies they make very, very subtle and like
I smell a transition coming.
they make they make very subtle and like deliberate mentions where they refer to other markets. Because clearly in the North American market we're not geared toward that handheld. But like Nintendo in their NX not a replacement for Wii U, they said since we are always thinking about how to create a new platform, for as many people around the world as possible, we would like to offer them a dedicated video game platform with a brand new concept by taking into consideration various factors, including the playing environments that differ by country.
Ooh.
Which made me totally think of Japan's handheld.
Yeah.
Market.
Like Sazanami style, regular GT viewer. He lives in Japan.
Really?
Huge
I didn't know that.
mobile fanatic. He says consoles are dead. That is
Yeah.
the perception over there because
Yeah.
they are always on the go.
Well,
always
and,
moving.
and it's a
always on the-
commuter. It's more of a commuter culture.
Yes.
Like out here, we drive
It's
everywhere.
a
in
commuter
LA.
culture. It's insular. Even when you see groups of kids together, they have like
Yeah.
their
Yeah.
own 3DSs.
And you're
out.
phone
commuting for
charms.
hours a day.
Yeah.
Phone charms are real big.
I love phone charms.
I like them too. I think they're so funny.
I love Tamagotchis. Bring them back.
Dude,
I tried
here's the
downloading
thing.
a Tamagotchi mobile game. It wasn't
really?
the same. Yeah.
Yeah. I just realized something. I have a fear response. Like, I love listening to you talk, and I love hearing your ideas and having conversations with you.
But-
on this show, I have a fear response to everything you're about to say because I think you're about to transition to a new topic, and it's not fast and loose.
You know what else might be really scary? Bloodstained Ritual of the Night.
It might be very scary.
Might be very
It might be
scary.
very scary.
Would you play that on a handheld? What's that coming
No,
for?
I'd play that on a PS4.
What's that game coming for? Is it
It's
coming
only
on a handheld?
PC,
PS4,
and
Xbox One, and PC.
Will not be compromised.
No compromise.
Yeah.
No,
All
Put this
in.
topic in here because I knew you were excited for it.
that was a really good transition.
Thank you.
Fear response fixed. No, dude, I'm so
donate?
jazzed.
Are
What?
you getting the box?
I donated 28,
28.
and then I donated 60.
So you did both.
No, well, I upgraded it to 60 because I'm not sure how I feel about this, but there's the sword whip that you get if you donate 60, and there's like another boss that's like exclusive or something.
So
That ain't
boss,
right.
you
That ain't
fight. Maybe that's David Hayter.
It's not.
Maybe you
They-
fight
no,
Snake.
David Hayter's
They've
the
announced
main
his character.
David
main
Oh,
villain.
okay.
Yeah.
David Hayter's.
His name is spelled a way that you want to pronounce it with a g sound, but
Well,
it's like
maybe
four
it,
letters.
maybe
Spelled
they'll
out
do
where
it
it's
anyway
G
because it was
something.
like an extra little bonus.
It's just a separate little boss.
It's
I
a
think.
bonus.
That's wrong. This is wrong.
No, I like it.
It is
wrong.
a little weird, and it worked. Like I was like, well, I gotta get that. I gotta get all the content.
I just
So
like
I'm gonna buy the box copy.
I just like
Use the
box
word
copies.
content. Okay.
I gotta have the full experience of this content.
They've made like over $1 million.
Oh, they're in almost
Two.
a two.
They're like
I
almost
think-
2 or
two?
3
Yeah.
now. Yeah.
Wow, this
I
game
just-
better be good.
You gotta have a box copies.
But here's the beauty of it, and like one thing I do respect is he was up front about like, hey, the Kickstarter money is not the only money. It's getting, I don't know if it's getting matched or if they have other investors already
They
lined
probably
up.
have millions of dollars.
Yeah. And the Kickstarter was just like a proof of like, yeah, people want this.
Yeah.
People want another Symphony of the Night because games are trash now.
Is it kind of like
Bloodborne's trash.
bad?
No, Bloodborne is like Symphony of the Night. It's good.
Is it considered like, if you got a bunch of money for a Kickstarter, say they got all this money for a Kickstarter, and then another company said, we want to invest in you guys, like a big publisher said, wow, it's clear that there's a big fan reaction to this, we want to give you money to invest in that. Is that kind of a faux pas if you're collecting money from fans?
If you mention it, I think it's fine.
Yeah.
If you're like trying to hide it, that'd be weird, I guess.
Right. If you're saying, hey fans, we
need
We're
your
so
money.
poor.
Yeah,
we
Yeah.
we can't get it.
if you're doing that, yes. If you're Koji Igarashi and just saying like, look, you're just a small part of this,
Yeah.
then fine.
He's almost like, you don't matter. We just need you.
Plebes.
Ukulele did something very close. Ukulele said, we already have some money, and this will change the scope of our project. That to me is like very different. I don't know like how that's a different language. Some people said Ukulele did the same thing, Kyle. Give them some credit too. It's like, well, they didn't quite. That's
But they did
that's
the other
everyone in my
thing-
comment section. I'm sorry for saying your voice sounds like that. Ukulele does deserve some credit for doing something similar. It's just saying, yeah, we
But
have
like,
some fun
without
here.
other money, like, because the thing you were saying about not liking the concept art with the HUD and stuff for Bloodstained, like, I don't know if Bloodstained has any money already. Like, he said that they needed to prove that there was a fan base to get that other money.
Right.
So, like,
that's a big difference.
right. So,
Yeah.
like, to me, having concept art with a HUD is I see the gripe, especially after Mighty Number 9, like, looking way different than everyone thought it would. But, like, in this case, like, it doesn't bother me as much because out the gate, they haven't really spent that much money. Obviously, they spent some because they had that website and stuff like that. But, like, Ukulele had a game, like, demo, not the game, but, like, playable demo, like, stuff to show. And that means that they did something ahead of time, and that costs money.
Yeah.
I'm insulted when anyone,
Oh.
like physically, emotionally and physically insulted when anyone is like, they shouldn't be allowed to Kickstarter. They shouldn't Kickstarter this.
Oh, yeah.
Anyone on Earth, Bill
Except
Gates.
for Zach Braff.
I don't care who you are. Bill Gates, richest man in the world, should be able to kickstart anything the hell he wants because it's up to the people when and if and how much money they want to give to the product. If Nintendo came out and they were like, oh, we're going to have a Kickstarter for a 3DS game, we're going to have a Kickstarter for a Metroid game, it's up to you to decide which game you want. You're choosing, you're voting what
Metroid.
games you want. I'm donating to the Metroid game. Is it maybe
Wait, what is the 3DS game?
It doesn't matter. If it's not
some-
Metroid, it's crap.
Some RPG.
Would you kick?
Like I don't like big companies. I don't know.
if you had
It
to choose
all
between
comes
a
down
Zelda-
to the
Yeah.
consumer.
If you had a choice
to
between a
kickstart
Zelda or a,
Zelda, that's what I was
if
gonna ask.
you Zelda or Metroid, what would it be?
For you, I would pick Metroid.
No,
for
obviously.
Your
I'm asking what you
personally.
would do.
There's never
going to
be another Zelda game again.
Yeah.
We already know there's never going to be another Metroid game again.
I would do Zelda. I like Zelda. Yeah, I like Zelda.
If it was the choice between knowing that there was never going to be another one of those again, I'd have to kickstart Zelda. Because
Metroid all the
Metroid,
way.
we've already lived with the loss.
Metroid all the way.
But there's this weird thing. I don't want.
But then it comes out and it's bad.
Yeah. I don't want.
Murdered Zelda.
I don't want,
for
like-
a crappy Metroid game.
I don't want people to feel any ownership over Zelda. Do you know what I mean? I don't want.
Yeah.
This is why.
It
like
makes
they
the,
invested
it's
in it
not,
and they
like,
invested
makes the player
in it.
part of the process.
But
though.
it's a donation. It's not
Yeah.
an investment. Didn't you say that? Like,
I thought you
you're
said that. but-
you're not in.
me.
You're donating.
Yeah, you're
Yeah.
not an investor. They
Yeah.
don't owe you anything.
Yeah, but
it's
people
a
still
good
feel that.
faith.
People,
Yeah.
Yeah, people are wrong.
So why
Like,
can't
Kickstarter is a
anyone?
good faith. Like you are literally throwing your money in a hole with no guarantee.
So why does that bother people when big companies are kickstarting, or as long as you're transparent? Like if Nintendo came out and they were like, "Yo, we just need some extra money. We're a little worried about Metroid. We just want some extra money."
you got enough money to last for 50 years.
Yeah, it is.
It's just a bad look. It's a bad look.
I think it all depends. Like what you said, like you have to be upfront about it. You have to be open about it.
As long as you're upfront, as long as you're honest, 100%, nothing secret on Kickstarter, nothing.
Yeah.
Full transparency. I am with anyone doing anything because it's up to the consumer.
And someone asked if we'll see more of these. I'm positive we will. I mean,
absolutely.
the fact that we're talking
Hideo
more about
Kojima's
Bloodstained than we are about the Assassin's Creed game that was announced this week. You
I'm
know
sorry,
what I mean?
the what?
Exactly. Like, I'm sure they're so
take
jealous.
that off that list.
I had that in my notes, but then
Yeah.
I thought, we'll
Nah,
just ignore
there's
it.
no
I
reason.
know, exactly. And you know how
Yeah.
angry that
Over.
probably makes PR people? They're like, wait, why? Why aren't they excited about Assassin's Creed, the number one
I'll tell
best-selling
you why.
franchise? You know what I mean?
it's a crappy series with bad gameplay.
Assassin's Creed Syndicate is like episode 4 of like a season of a TV show. You're just like, whatever.
Yeah, you're
Like,
just
moving
like,
on.
whatever.
You know
Let's go.
It-
Let's finish this off.
They're not bad games. They're
not bad
impressive
games.
They're not.
Unity is-
well,
We're
they're not-
jaded.
They're not
Unity is
good
sketch.
games.
Unity
like
is
they're
sketch.
they're
Assassin's Creed 3 is sketch.
yeah. Some of them are not
3
even
and
technically
Unity are
proficient.
sketch. 1, 2, 4, Brotherhood, even Revelations, good games.
4 was fun. I
3
liked.
and Unity are
I like
sketchy.
going around
I
on
think
the
we're
thing.
jaded and we're looking for something completely different.
Here's the thing,
It's
like
just oversaturation.
they're technically proficient except for when they're not like Unity, but like there's nothing to them for me personally. Like I don't really like the combat, and the world isn't super interesting. I played 4. I didn't beat it. I got sick of it because all I wanted to do was
4
Yeah.
go around and listen to sea
redeemed
shanties.
this franchise. I played
Yeah.
3.
4 was cool.
3 was the first time I had ever bought a season pass before a game.
Oh, no.
And it was the last
Because
time.
of George Washington?
Because of all that stuff, and because I love Assassin's Creed 1 and 2. Like, Assassin's Creed 2, one of my favorite games. Loved that
Your
game.
interests are varied and impressive.
So, got Assassin's Creed 3, biggest disappointment. That game grosses me out. It's
Whoa.
buggy, it's boring. That game is soulless to me. Was done with the franchise. Assassin's Creed 4 came out. Oversaturation. Loved it.
Yeah.
Love Assassin's
Here's
Creed
the thing
4.
though, like if you're
Back on board.
like basically what they've got going is like a puppy farm for video games. Like occasionally you're gonna get it. You're gonna churn out a good puppy, but most of the rest of them are gonna be mutant freaks.
Well, the creator of Assassin's Creed 1 also did 2, and then they like booted him out because of sketch, corporate,
Where's that creator
vision.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he's making,
He was trying to do.
game.
He was trying to do a similar style game. I don't remember where
Just
it is
announced
now.
his like new game.
Yeah.
I don't remember what it was.
I can look it up while we continue.
Oh,
But Vision,
Before we talk about
that's why 2's so good.
spoiler-free Mad Max, we have a
Oh.
game.
We have a contest.
Oh, cool.
Okay, so it's going to be you two versus Elise.
Oh, they're done. Uneasy Alliance will always
Wait, just
prevail.
us versus Elise?
The two of you versus Elise.
This doesn't seem fair.
2-on-1 handicap.
Benson trivia.
Oh, okay.
This is Elise's dog Benson, whom she loves more than anything.
Yeah.
Do
Do you have Benson or James?
I love them both equally. Benson
No,
punched
that's a
me
lie.
right
That's a
here
lie.
this
That's a
morning.
blatant lie.
That's
You
a
love
Benson
yeah.
I
right
cursed
there.
at him this morning because he punched me right
Trouble in
here.
pain.
Oh.
He
You
was
cursed
lying
him?
next-
Dogs don't punch.
Well,
Paw, swipe,
They claw.
jab.
well, anyway, I love that dog. But I mean, I don't know. Benson's a very multifaceted individual.
It's true.
There are lots of things that I don't know about him. I'm still learning. We've only had him for maybe 2 years.
How old is Benson?
And he's
Is
just
that-
he's
That's
growing.
one of the questions.
He's becoming Patrice. Is that who we're talking about?
Oh,
Yes.
Okay. All right.
One of the
Creator of the franchise.
I'd say co-creator. There were 3 people credited.
Omar's dog Bender, whom I live with, he gets really excited when you get home, and sometimes he'll kick you in the solar plexus as you enter the apartment.
That scares me, this whole situation.
intense.
It's like if they start cranking out Metal Gears without Kojima.
Which they're absolutely
Oh, yeah,
yearly,
1,000% going
Yeah,
to
they
do.
said they're gonna do.
It'll either be a yearly console game, like maybe Metal Gear Online, or it'll be a cell phone game. So he's credited on 2 games that aren't out yet. 1666 Amsterdam? Is that what you're talking about? Or Ancestors, the Humankind
Ancestors, the
Odyssey?
Humankind-
Yeah,
heard that one,
Ancestors
yeah.
of the Humankind
That's the
Odyssey.
big new one that it's
Yeah.
You
doing,
like go forward through time and
Yeah.
you start as like cavemen. It actually sounds
Yeah.
kind of neat. I
His
don't know.
face. I've
No,
never
it sounds
seen him
kinda
make that
cool.
face.
The Humankind Odyssey? No. Pass.
Wow.
Sorry,
God.
Patrice.
Pretentious. You're buzzing.
Kyle, you are like,
Pretentious, buzzing.
yeah, you make your mind up.
What the hell?
some
By the
specious-
words. 3
Yeah.
words on a page. Not playing that game.
Yep.
He'll love it. You'll be a champion of Ancestors, the Humankind Odyssey.
I've never loved a game with 6 words in the title.
That's a lie.
5,
Metal Gear.
idiot.
Solid. The
I think they treat
Phantom Pain.
humankind as one word.
Oh, is
love
Humankind one word? 4.
Might be.
It's like Metal Gear Solid 4, Guns of the Patriots.
Yeah,
It's like, yes.
Yeah.
Guns
Snake
of the
Eater.
Patriots.
Oh, that's so it's 9.
And then if you count tactical espionage action as part of the
Espionage
title,
action.
who knows?
Benson loves bacon.
All right. First question: how much does Benson weigh?
Ding, 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 ding. 50 pounds.
That is correct.
That's a heavy dog.
50 pounds.
He is overweight, has been told to lose weight. many
Yeah, you got a
times.
heavy dog.
Yep.
Okay. How many times while I was carrying food at the Willems house has Benson bit me on the
Ding,
ankle?
ding, ding. 2.
No.
Ding, 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 ding. Once?
That is correct. One time.
okay.
Just the once.
All right.
Just the once.
But he didn't mean it, and
He
That's-
meant it. I can
no.
see the evil in his eyes. He's like the kid from Omen.
Actions speak louder than words.
Yeah. Okay. Where does Benson most like to sleep?
Bing, 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 bing. On the floor next to Elise Willems.
ding, ding, ding.
No.
Shit.
On the bed.
No.
Back of the walk-in closet.
Back of closet. We'll accept it. We'll accept back of walk-in
It's like a little
closet.
dog cave.
God.
He loves it.
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
Okay, this is a two-part question. Two-part question. Which part of Benson's body
Bing, bing, bing.
oh,
Head.
God.
no is dangerously oversized? Bonus question.
Mm-hmm.
In what movie does the main character die of the same ailment?
What the hell?
Ding, ding, ding.
Yeah.
It's the thing Jack had.
In the movie Jack,
the
starring Robin
movie- in the
Williams.
movie
He just
Jack.
aged
He just
quickly.
aged
Nothing was hard.
Benson has that.
No. Methuselah syndrome or whatever it's called.
Benson has that. Yeah.
No.
Ding, ding, ding.
What?
Enlarged heart.
Uh-huh.
My
God.
Giant.
My Giant, yes.
Wow.
Starring
Oh, God.
Billy Crystal
Yeah,
and that
it's-
giant.
We're actually really worried about him.
Okay.
Seems
Seems weird to make light of it on a quiz show on a podcast,
you know.
but we'll just go with it.
I've only written the answers down for these questions. And who's Benson's favorite person?
Bing, bing, bing.
What?
Elise.
Yeah!
Okay, so that's got a point. We're on the board.
Correct.
We're
That
on the
is
board.
correct.
We're on the board.
The question was, who is Benson's best friend?
Oh, okay. At least help me come up with these questions, by the way.
Seems a little unfair, but we're good
You're
at the
doing
bins.
all right. You're
We're
doing
good at the
okay.
bins, yeah.
Oh, okay. Here we go. How old in people years and dog years is Benson?
4 years.
No.
So I can still go? Yeah, ding, 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 ding. 3. And
I was going like this.
oh, okay. Well, nope.
Disqualified.
Ding, ding, ding.
How many?
6,
Uh huh.
42.
Yes, that is correct. Like
So when you said we've only had him for 2 years, you picked him up when he was 4 years old.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
He's
Okay.
a
He was
fixer-upper.
a special boy.
He's a unique
special boy.
Couldn't leave
fixer-upper.
him.
Sudden round bonus question. What strange disease does Benson have?
The heart one. What's it called?
No, aside from the heart.
Oh, okay.
It
Bing, bing, bing,
causes his nose to be all-
dyslexia.
Yes, Benson cannot read.
Dog dyslexia.
Dog lupus,
He has essentially dog lupus, yes.
essentially. His nose never heals.
No, he has
It's
an
all
autoimmune
scabbed up.
disorder.
Damn.
Oh my
That little
gosh.
guy. We all laugh at him, but
If ever there was a dog perfect for its
yeah.
owner.
This little bonus game has really bummed me out.
Yeah.
Mad Max.
All right.
What a movie.
The
Final
question.
round, pink card, final question
There's another question.
for all the werehogs.
Oh my gosh.
What did Benson have for breakfast this morning?
Ding-ding-ding. Purina.
You think
I
we're
don't
gonna
know
give
the
a
brand.
dog with lupus
It's not the brand.
Purina?
Whoa.
Isn't it dog food?
It's not the brand, it's the type,
Type of food.
composition of the breakfast.
Bing, bing, bing.
Okay.
Bing.
Bread scraps.
Is he Jean Valjean?
Bread scrap sounds right to me. I can't. I don't know.
No,
Okay.
but I'll give you a hint.
Oh.
It's two different kinds of food. Both dog in nature,
Okay.
but two different types.
Kyle's he's trying to look at me
So
for
we're,
a
we're
tell.
talking about like some kibbles, and we're talking about some wet food, and it's up to us to determine what
Yeah.
we're talking
Yes,
about here.
the ratio.
Okay.
Oh, God.
All right.
A can of kibbles.
A can of kibbles. Kibbles don't
They don't come in cans.
Kibbles and bits.
Yeah,
What is
kibbles
it?
and bits comes in a bag.
They come in a
that's
bag.
like dry food.
1 cup.
Okay.
Kibbles and
Okay,
bits.
all right.
And a scoop
Oh, you don't scoop out a can.
of.
You scoop out the dry food.
It's
Have you ever had a dog? Have you fed a
It's
dog in
been
your
a while.
life?
It's been like 10 years.
Wow, Kyle.
No, even
cats.
no.
Cats.
Even if you were like 14, you would still have memories of how to feed the dog.
The big giant pack of dog food, one cup done.
Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Have you ever scooped out of a can of wet food?
God.
You're like, okay, I have
Well,
a can of wet food. Now it's time for me to use
diseased
my
dog
much-
might not be able to eat
Right.
an entire can.
Right,
That's
so
where
how
I'm coming
much,
from.
How much of
So
a
you
can
would take a
is what we're
scoop.
after?
You would take a scoop
Like
out
half
of your
of the
measuring cup.
can.
and
Ding,
then
ding,
put
ding,
the-
ding, ding.
Wait, he got it. He got it. We'll take it.
Wait, what?
Half can wet,
What's up?
1 scoop dry. They win. They win.
Damn it.
Switching my
Look at
mic
that.
over here.
What do I win? I get to go
Half
home
a
to my
can.
diseased dog.
Yeah, you have to take care of this damn monstrosity. Good job on the game,
Calling
guys.
me out.
Good job.
I'm having a
Good
dog.
job.
Because, well, honestly, Huber, before I called you out, you said a scoop of wet food. You said 1 scoop of wet food.
I guess you could
I
scoop
saved
it.
us.
Scoop it out. I
saved us.
You can scoop it. Either way, though, good work. Good
Okay,
deductive
we
work.
did it.
No, wait, close the show.
Closing the
The
show.
entire
don't wanna
GT
stop.
staff.
Okay.
The entire GT staff last night went to the ArcLight in Culver City.
Except for Dawn.
Minus Dawn.
Minus
Dawn didn't go
because Dawn is a 3D enthusiast.
3D enthusiast
Loves large format. Loves 3D.
and doesn't like going to the movies on weeknights.
And doesn't like.
Oh, said no to
Yeah.
Thursday in the
Likes
first place.
likes
yeah.
weekend
gets up real early.
mornings.
Yeah, he
3D
gets up.
large format.
But-
He gets up early to design
Don and
tracks
I, Don and I are going Sunday to the Insidious 4D experience.
which involves like Oculus.
it
somehow.
involves Oculus and
Oh,
fog.
weird. Sounds
and,
horrifying.
Yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I
gonna be
cannot
awesome, yeah.
handle that kind of
Tell
stuff.
me, man, I was gonna say record some of it for me, but you can't do
You
that.
can't record
I
Oculus.
want to know how. I don't know. I want to know what this is like.
Give you a
Yeah,
full
describe it
breakdown.
in full detail
Yeah.
when
Oh.
we get back. Yeah.
I'll paint the picture.
paint
Anyway,
the
Paint us
picture.
a picture.
We all went. Kyle, Huber, Ian, myself, Blood, Brandon,
Blair, Meg,
Omar,
Ben,
Brad,
Huber, Brad, Kyle,
me.
Elise,
Omar.
James Willems,
Ian
Omar.
was there.
I was there.
Huber was there.
Brandon was there.
Bloodworth.
Ben was there.
Ben was there. Bloodworth was
Andrea
there.
will probably watch in SF.
Yeah, Brad
Yeah,
was there.
Brad was there. Kyle was there,
Blair.
which I was actually pretty surprised.
Yeah,
Blair was
Blair
there
was
with
there.
Meg.
It was amazing.
It was amazing.
I don't know how we can talk about this without spoiling it. But
No spoilers, except
No
to say
spoilers.
that it is a high-octane thrill ride with no peers.
I give it a 9.9.
Kyle Boston, I'm going to use the word you hate the most. That really just sums it up.
Oh no.
This was not a movie. This was not a film. This was
An
an
experience.
He's wrong.
It really
No, it's
was.
true.
It's a movie. It's
Dude,
very.
your
no,
heart-
it's a movie.
your heart
It does not
was pumping,
feel like a movie.
pumping blood.
It transcends what
Yeah.
a movie is. It was unlike anything.
Nah, if you're trying to ever write a script for a movie, like this is, you just do it like this.
I mean, that is very.
Oh, just do it.
I want to read the script for this movie because
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
there's very little talking. It's just
Yeah.
almost nonstop insanity.
It's not even
Yeah.
the writing though. It's the direction.
Yeah.
It's getting all of those moving parts to work on screen coherently. It is just.
Yeah.
It is insane.
I was telling you earlier, I was reading that Robert Rodriguez saw it at some kind of screening, and then he stood up and looked at George Miller and was like, "How the hell did you do that?"
Three
Yeah.
times
Talking
I was
about
like,
George
how the
Miller?
hell?
So like he directed the original Mad Max
Yeah.
movies.
Yeah.
How old is he?
He's
He's
ready
like
for this
60
filmography?
something.
You ready for this filmography?
Yeah, help
Yeah,
me.
it
He's
gets
done.
weird. It
He's
gets
directed the
weird.
3 Mad Max films and now this 4th one.
Yeah.
And also,
But in between,
in addition, in between, Babe, Pig in the City,
Sick.
I thought
Happy
regular
Feet.
Babe.
Wait, so the second Babe movie?
I think Babe 1 and 2.
Yeah.
And
Babe.
Happy Feet 1 and 2.
Who is this man?
Like,
That's like
and Mad Max.
that's like Wolfgang Peterson going from Das Boot to Neverending Story. I'm like, who are you?
It's made with like youthfulness. It looks like it's made by someone who's just hopping in and is excited to make movies.
Right.
But the coolest thing is like all the bad guys are geriatrics. Like all the leaders are like these old
Yeah.
men.
It is honestly, it's like this kind of. We're almost getting to spoilers.
Yeah, we're not gonna spoil.
But a lot of it feels like, hey, I just want to give this message out. Do you know what I mean?
I want to do
It's
this.
super stylish. It feels like this is what Zack Snyder should
This
be
is what
making.
Zack Snyder
Zack
wants
Snyder
to be.
wishes.
Yeah, Zack Snyder wishes.
Like the
No,
thing
no,
is,
I
like,
said it feels like this is what he should
Yeah,
be making.
yeah.
Because he's got a lot of style in his
but also,
direction.
it's not just a style. It's just like this guy cares about character. There's so much care into the character
That's the thing.
and like what's revealed. Oh my gosh. So like it's not just like that's why I feel like it's not like worth calling it a ride because there's so much like good
it's
storytelling. in
beautiful.
this.
It's a good ass movie.
Yeah.
Also,
It's one of the most colorful apocalyptic films I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Especially
Yeah.
considering it's in a desert wasteland.
yeah. Well, and it's funny because like 2 or 3 sections of the movie are essentially black and white, well, blue and white, black and blue, because the color timing is just straight up blue.
Yeah.
And I'm like, yeah, this is working. But also, like, they brought on Eve Ensler, who wrote the Vagina Monologues, to like make sure that they weren't falling into like weird tropes about the women characters, because the women characters had like they'd suffered some grievous whatever, and like wanted to make sure that they were human beings. And I really respect George Miller for that because he's like, look, I'm doing my best. I have this intention for these characters, but I'm gonna make damn sure that I'm doing it right, you know, because I'm out of my element.
Yeah, that's
you know?
a good call.
And like he admits to that. And like fuck the like people who are like, they're trying to trick us with feminist propaganda, blah blah blah. I'm like, you're a fucking idiot. This movie is amazing. And just because women have good characters doesn't mean that like it's
People
an
said the
affront
same
to
thing
men.
about ladies in the lobby. I
Yeah.
was like, I can't get all those chicks in the same room at the same time. They're busy.
Yeah.
Oh,
What?
people know. People know. I saw that comment. I saw just like they could not possibly actually get all these people on one panel.
Oh, but most people are like, this should be a podcast. This should be a podcast.
Oh,
it
yeah.
was difficult to get those
Scheduling
women
nightmare.
to do their respective individual.
Over the course of I feel like 2 months.
2 weeks.
Okay.
weeks.
Mad Max, though, if you have a chance, see it in a movie theater. This
Whoa.
is
Yeah,
a
oh,
movie
God.
you do not
Several
want
times.
to miss in the movie theater because it is an experience. You don't want to watch this on your home TV. I don't care how good
Can
your
I
home
tell
TV
you?
is.
I
I don't
wanna
care how
say-
big your projector is. You want to see this in a theater with everyone's
with this. No.
energy and electricity.
Why would you want to watch this at
fusing
home
into
on
one.
a tiny little thing with
Because he
bad
wants
sound?
to be alone. He wants to watch it
He
alone
wants to watch
in
it
his
on his
room.
Wii U gamepad.
Because it's a story well told. I think it can like exist.
Yeah,
even if
it
you
doesn't
watch
matter.
That- it-
I'm gonna
a-
buy the Blu-ray
an
and watch the shit
experience-
out of it.
An experience is not just a ride with no heart and soul. It is all encompassing of, wow, that is a well-made story and also well-made action. Just the total package.
Can I tell you, this movie was in development hell since like 2002 or 3. Thank
wow.
God. Thank
Yeah.
God it did not get made then, because I don't think it would be
it would have sucked ass in 2002.
nearly as
Why do you
interesting
think that?
movie. Just because of what studios may have been pressuring him to do in terms of like what the entertainment climate was like and what people expected from action movies
In
then.
2003. I don't know. Kill Bill was out around then.
Yeah,
That's true, but
in the directly post 9/11 landscape, this movie would have been a completely different thing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, it would have been a nightmare. A boring, terrible nightmare. Whereas now it's a high-octane thrill ride.
and just maybe with the technical
Back in the box
expertise.
squat.
I think this movie has a ton more technical expertise than Kill Bill. I love Kill Bill. It's my
This movie is like, yeah.
A lot
I
of it's
can't
very
even
practical.
imagine.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's just like they made all
Practical
those vehicles.
effects, all these vehicles.
so
Yeah.
Yeah, I really need to see the script because, like, I can't remember if it was Star Wars or one of those famous movies where it's like, like the script just says like they fight, or like there is a space battle,
I think
and then
I think it's Star Wars.
Star Wars, yeah, it says space battle, and then it's like a 4 or 5 minute like epic fight in the movie, and then the script is just like they have a space battle.
I mean, we know
4
George
words.
Lucas, you can do things like
George
that.
Lucas,
Yeah.
and he brings in a choreographer sorts it out.
Yeah,
Choreographer?
dancing.
Yeah.
Not dance choreographer, fight choreographer.
Oh, diegetic
okay.
music.
You
in
can
this movie is so
choreograph things
good.
other than dance.
Yeah, but I feel like it's like if you're a fight choreographer, you're a fight choreographer, and if you're a choreographer, it's assumed you're doing dance.
Oh,
I think they're called fight
coordinators, I guess.
coordinators. Yeah.
Wo Yin Ping or whatever.
Who's that?
Crouching Tiger, dude.
He's the choreographer?
Not of this movie, but he's like one of the most legendary fighting choreographers.
I think I'm wrong on this case. I think choreographers probably just organize those things as you said, just
Yeah.
like figure things out.
I think the
Movement, I
term,
guess I
the
just
term
assumed.
fits, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like, also there are like stunt coordinators too.
Yeah.
There were like probably a team of stunt coordinators on this movie because this is nonstop.
We should just finish filming this so we have more time to get other things done so we can just watch Mad Max again.
Greg Van Borsum.
Who dat?
Mad Max Fury Road, fight choreographer,
Fight choreographer.
stunt performer.
Yeah.
Greg Van Borsum
Greg, you're great.
Greg, nice
He-
work.
is the assistant director
Oh, nice.
of Happy Feet 1 and 2.
Oh my god. They
I
met
love
on
these
the
people.
set.
I love that these people. That
He was like, you done fucking around with
multifaceted
these
people."
penguins and you want to make
Yeah.
some real shit?
Visual effects, Happy Feet.
He's like, what if George Miller's just like, I love 2 things in this world: post-apocalyptic murder vehicles and penguins.
That makes no sense.
Penguins have a lot in common with post-apocalyptic murder vehicles.
He
if you
was
think about it.
also
He's also the stunt performer, though. He's the assistant director on Happy Feet, and he's also just like, all right, let's
he's
go.
also like
I'm gonna do some
super ripped.
He's like, I'm gonna flip off a pole onto a tanker truck.
Makes no
that's
sense.
on fire.
He also plays Ripsaw Imperator and the Brakeman.
It's pronounced Predator.
Inferior.
Imperator. Imperator Furiosa.
There it is.
God, the names in this movie are so good.
Yeah. Anyway, we should talk about it anymore because we're going to end up spoiling something.
That's too good. I'm delighted by that. Thank you, Huber.
Oh my God. I hope they make. Now I'm like, I've got like a George R.R. Martin fear where I'm like, please, George Miller, make the other ones before you die.
Wait,
Get
other
too
ones?
old. Yeah, dude. Tom Hardy signed on for like 3 more.
Whoa.
Woo!
We're going to the Thunderdome, baby.
Going to Thunderdome! Actually, I think they're all going to be new stories. They're not going to rehash anything.
Yeah.
Nah,
That's the
they'll-
thing. That's the beauty of this world. It's serialized. All
can't
these
talk
movies
about
are just
it.
kind of like, no, we can say this. Like, you can just do whatever you want.
You can, but what I think is going to happen in the next one,
I hope
I
not.
can't talk about.
Okay, we'll talk
That's
about it
something.
like a year from now when it's safe. Spoilers
Okay,
are
we'll
safe.
meet back here.
Yeah.
Brothers in Arms.
I demand you put a spoiler
Good
warning in
song.
anyway. I demand. We didn't spoil
We're not
anything,
doing
but I
that.
demand you put
I'm
it
not
up.
doing that.
All right, well, someone out there is pissed right now.
It's Delcast because the way you talk about
Thunderdome?
Kickstarter.
Now we know there's no Thunderdome in Fury Road. You blew it. There you go. Someone's pissed.
You were wrong for expecting it.
They know what show they're watching. This is a fast and
Just
loose
smile
show.
and wave.
It's a dangerous show. Bye.
What a nightmare.
We failed on that posture thing.
I know.
I
Boston
tried.
tried.
I tried.
Immediately, I was like, nah.
Turtle doves. You know, we didn't talk
Syndicate.
about the Nintendo Health Initiative, whatever that was called.
Quality of life.
Quality of life.
Okay.
The weird thing that
Oh my
The weird
god.
thing that watches you sleep?
So I downloaded an app that listens to me sleep based on my
Really?
vibrations. It has not changed my quality of life. I gotta
What
be
is this
honest.
supposed to do?
Wait,
So it
Are
wakes.
you vibrating while you sleep?
Yeah, we all do.
Where do you put it on your bed?
Do you put
Yeah.
the thing on your bed?
You have to put
Because
it on
I
your
read a
bed.
recent study that
what
like
if-
all this Wi-Fi and stuff is like killing all of us.
I'm positive it's killing me.
yeah.
So it just gives me. I give it a time cushion to wake me up, and it soothes me awake during the time that I'm vibrating the least
It's like the natural light.
or the most.
Your circadian
alarms.
rhythm.
Yeah.
It
yeah.
hasn't helped at all?
I mean, maybe it has. I feel like I'm still just a waste.
That's
Waste
why-
of skin?
Yeah.
That's one thing I miss about my new
Ow, my eyeball.
That's one thing. I poked him in the eye. My Galaxy S4 had this thing where my alarm, it would do like the quiet, like slowly play some like nature sounds for a minute before doing the alarm.
Yeah.
And I would wake up the second it started, but it was a very gentle wake up.
Yeah.
And now that my S6 Edge or whatever doesn't have that, and I'm pissed.
James and I have a boat motor in the corner of our room, and it just goes. and that's how I wake up.
Omar's alarm
Wakes
is
me up
literally
every time.
like a World War II submarine
Wait,
like
did
alarm.
Did Omar like
And
that?
it goes on and on and on and on and on.